Good evening. Now, this is our case on Amazon, Apple, Facebook, and Google. My name is Marlon Sr.
And I'm Bernard Johnson.
Nicholas Jerome Johnson.
Kevin Van.
And we will begin. Now, this case discusses four companies in particular, four companies that have to deal with the internet. But one in particular I want to discuss right now is Amazon. Now, Amazon is actually an American-owned company. Now, Amazon started in Seattle, Washington, and where its headquarters is based, and it is the world's largest online retailer. Now, people use Amazons for everyday transactions, and they make sales and purchases to each other throughout means of transactions with PayPal and throughout debit and credit card transactions as well. Now, the company also produces consumer electronics, such as the Kindle. Now, the Kindle is such a device that you can buy books through a device and read those books and keep them stored on your memory. Now, Apple is another company involved in this case. Now, Apple is mainly responsible for their eye technology. The eye technology basically being the iPhone and the Mac. The Mac computer is a line of computers, and the iPod media player also being one of them, with all the iPhone smartphone and the iPad tablet computer. Now, its consumer software includes the operating software that operating systems use, such as iTunes Media Browser, the Safari web browser, and iLife and iWork Creativity. Now, Google is also another company involved in this case study, and you'll have founders Larry Page and Sergey Brin. Now, recently on our previous case, we managed to touch on Google a little bit, but just a little bit more history that we have on them. Now, they met at Stanford University in 1995, but in 1996, they built the search engine initially called Backrub. Now, they use links to determine the importance of individual pages. Now, Google is used today by everyone. Almost everyone has a question to be answered from Google, and Google usually supplies the answers just as quick. Now, they first came on the play of the word Google, but the mathematical term followed by 100 zeros. Now, that's where they get the name Google. Now, it was born in 1998 when the co-founder, Andy, he wrote a check for $100,000 that included the amount that was needed to start up the company. And last but not least, we have Facebook. Now, Facebook, around this time, decided to start up in 2004. It was founded. Now, Facebook was primarily for college students, and you could only register with a college email. Now, it began to expand on its network, and it began to expand on its market by allowing the general public to become members of the website as well. Now, their mission is to give people the power to share and make the world more open and connected. So they basically keep the world connected, but on a social network aspect. Now, Facebook is an online social networking service. Now, its name comes from a colloquialism for the directory given to the students at some American universities. Basically, it tells you the face of the person, and it will give you the book. Basically, the basic infos of that person, what they are doing currently, their jobs, their career, and the friends that they have.
Media advertising and markets generated $37 billion in spending when it came to the online for advertisement. Search advertisements generated through the use of desktops and laptops, $16 billion. Mobile devices generated $2 billion as far as in their search. And to continue about the advertising spending, display advertisements generated for the desktops and laptops, their revenue brought in about $8 billion for the banners. Digital video and rich media contributed $3.4 billion. Sponsorships and continue on with the media advertising market spending. We're going to talk about some of the other spendings, which is the display advertising. When it came down to the desktops and laptops, banners, websites were generating $8 billion. The digital video and rich media section was generating $3.4 billion. Sponsorships and lead generations brought in $2.7 billion. And the mobile devices, their applications brought in $1.3 billion. And the ads on mobile websites brought in about $500 million. Classified sites, which contributed towards the number of 37 billion was 2.7 billion for what they were spending, marketers were spending into that field. All of these numbers, which include the 0.4 billion, are dollar amount spent in the United States. As far as when it comes to Facebook, what they're looking at them transforming the internet experiences for users. Since 2005, they have been available to the market as in for users that access the internet. In between that period of 2005 to 2009, total time for Americans spent online grew from 2% to 20%. The average visitors of Facebook in 2013 were about 6 hours and 41 minutes per month. That's the total time that people were using and spending on the Facebook website when it came down to marketing and advertisement. And so that was one of the reasons why marketers we have to contributing as in reaching out to those individuals for marketing purposes with the dollar amounts that they're spending towards those figures.
Okay. Exhibit 1 is a representation of the essential statistics of Apple, Amazon, Facebook, and Google. It was compiled from Bloomberg, and it was reported in Economics magazine. And all the stats are as of September 30th, 2012. The first company which was founded out of the four giants of industry was Apple, which was founded in 1976. As of now, they have gained a market capitalization of $548.2 billion. And as of today, well, as of September 2012, they had a profit of $41.7 billion. And they have an employee base of 36,000 people. Now, the newest company, which is Facebook, was founded in 2004, and they have only gained a market capitalization of $56.9 billion. And as of September 30th, 2012, they actually lost money. They didn't make any profit. Exhibit 2 is a representation of the commerce and the advertising features as of 2013 for these four companies also. The features that they analyze are search capability, social capability, retail capability, television capability, smartphone capability, payment system capability, and advertising network. Each and every one of these industry giants have one of these features of which they are dominant, except for Apple, which shares his dominancy with Google when it comes to the smartphones. Now, Amazon is dominant in retail capability, seeing that it's an online retail provider. Facebook is dominant in social capability since it's a social network, media network tool. And Google is dominant in search capability and advertising network. This is because Google is predominantly, when Google first was made, Google was a search engine. And now how Google has expanded over the years, they became a major advertising tool. Exhibit 3 shows the share of hours spent online per week in the United States. Now, the websites that it analyzes is Facebook, Google, Yahoo, Microsoft, and AOL. Now, it starts from 2007 to 2011. When it first started, the company at top was Yahoo. Yahoo had most users online spending time averaging around 13 hours online per week by people in the United States. At that time in 2007, Facebook was at the bottom with users using around two hours on Facebook. Now, well, as that chart goes on, in 2011, you can see how Facebook has risen. The blue line is Facebook. And Facebook is now at the top of all 5 of these companies at 17 hours spent online per week in the United States. And Google has failed. Not Google, but Yahoo fell to point number 3. And AOL is actually at the bottom now with around between 3 and 4 hours spent online per week. Now, Exhibit 4 is the top 10 U.S. web brands ranked by unique monthly U.S. visitors on mobile devices as of September 2012. It ranks the top 10 companies going from Google is number 1 and X is number 10. Google has around an average of 175,000 unique visitors per day, and each person spends around 1 hour and 54 minutes on Google daily. Also, Exhibit 5 is U.S. internet use from all devices as of September 2012. The number of people in the United States with internet access is 276,570,000. And actually, out of the people with actual internet access, the people who actually go online as of September 2012 was 212,172,000. Now, they also conducted a list of averages around a sample of 210 million U.S. individuals who visited sites on mobile and PC devices. And these are the statistics right there. Around 63 sessions per visit was the average for monthly use for the month of September. Domain visited per person was 95. Web page views per person was 2,563. Duration of web page view. What that statistic is of how long a person views each web page. That was around an hour was average. And online time per person, 28 hours and 32 minutes total for the month of September.
Hello class, my name is Nicholas Jerome Johnson once again, and I'll basically be wrapping up things my partners have talked about this evening, or this morning, or this afternoon, or whenever time you are watching this video. So basically, as a synopsis or overview of what's been going on, what we're trying to say, is basically the mobile is taking out desktop internet usage, keeps getting bigger. The Media Behavior Institute monitored U.S. study participants and found that the mobile phone and tablet were drawing down the percentage of internet users who turn to the computer in a given week. The percentage on desktop slipped by 5 points between the 6-month period ending in July 2012 and the 6-month period ending in January 2013. Slide. As desktops reach falls, mobile devices and data reaches rises. So we're continuing to rise upon an increase of data usage amongst mobile users. So basically, on average, 43.5% of participants access the internet via mobile phone each week during the period ending in January 2013, and 8% of point increase over the period ending in July 2012. Tablets grew their average weekly reach by 4 percentage points, used by 17% at the end of the study period. All right, in this next slide, you see the number of desktop web searches per month in the United States on core search engines. All right, so as you can see, between January 2007 all the way to January 2013, the incredible increase over that period of time. So to continue, in terms of what activity internet users are engaging in on mobile devices versus desktop devices, and the U.S. mobile internet users spent the greatest percentage of their mobile web time using email, a 23% share of time spent versus only 5% of time spent in desktop. Social networking came in second on mobile, garnering 15% of time spent. Travel also occupied a greater share of time on the mobile internet as well. So when basically people are traveling, they're going to different areas of the country or maybe out of the country, in the United States, they're using their mobile devices more likely to connect to the internet and receive and send data that they that they think is most important. I put it that way. Moving along here. And last but not least, Exhibit 10. This is just a comparison between the online consumer market. So you got Amazon, Walmart, and Sears compared to Apple and Staples and all that great stuff. And so what are people looking for in this last slide? They're looking for the deals. They're going to the place where they have the lowest prices and the best